Eggs are amazing. They are full of protein. We use them in everything. Cakes, cookies, you name it. But sometimes we have too many eggs. Maybe our chickens are laying a lot. Maybe we bought too many at the store. That's where egg preservation comes in. It's a way to keep those eggs fresh. This means you can enjoy them for longer. So, what are our options? Well, folks, we're going to dive into a few tried and true methods. We'll cover water glassing, a classic technique. We'll also talk about pickling, a southern favorite. And let's not forget freezing and oiling. These are great options for the modern kitchen. Water glassing might sound like something out of a science fiction movie, but I assure you, it's as real as it gets. It's been around for centuries, and it's making a comeback. Why? Because it works. Water glass is a solution of sodium silicate. It creates a barrier around the egg. This prevents air from getting in and spoiling the egg. Now let's talk about how to do it. First, find yourself some fresh eggs. Clean them gently with a dry cloth, no washing. We don't want to remove that natural protective layer. Next, mix your water glass solution according to the package instructions. Usually, it's 1 part water glass to 9 parts cool boiled water. Once you've got your solution ready, carefully place your eggs in a clean, sterilized container. Glass jars work best for this. Pour the water glass solution over the eggs, making sure they're completely submerged. Seal the jar tightly and store it in a cool, dark place. That's it, you've just water glassed your eggs. Let's move on to something a little closer to home, shall we? Pickled eggs! A staple in the South, and for good reason. They're tangy, they're flavorful, and they last for ages. Plus, they're incredibly easy to make. You'll need hard-boiled eggs, vinegar, sugar, salt, and your favorite pickling spices. Start by hard-boiling your eggs. Cool them down quickly in an ice bath. This will make them easier to peel. Now for the pickling liquid, combine equal parts vinegar and water in a saucepan. Add sugar, salt, and spices to your liking. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce heat and simmer for a few minutes to allow the flavors to meld. While the brine simmers, peel your eggs. Place them in a clean jar. Once the brine has cooled slightly, pour it over the eggs, ensuring they're fully submerged. Seal the jar tightly and refrigerate for at least a week before enjoying. The longer they sit, the more flavorful they become. Freezing eggs is probably the most straightforward method on our list. It's quick, it's easy, and it's perfect for the modern cook who's always on the go. However, there is a catch. You can't just toss whole eggs in the freezer. The shells will crack, and you'll end up with a scrambled mess. We need to remove the shells first. For whole eggs, simply crack them open and whisk the yolks and whites together. You can freeze them as is, or add a pinch of salt or sugar to prevent the yolks from becoming gummy. Pour the mixture into ice cube trays for individual servings or freezer-safe containers for larger quantities. Frozen whole eggs are great for baking or making scrambled eggs. Now, if you want to freeze egg whites or yolks separately, that's easy too. Just separate them carefully and freeze them in the same way as whole eggs. Egg whites can be frozen as is, while egg yolks benefit from a pinch of salt or sugar. Frozen egg whites are perfect for meringues or omelets, while frozen yolks are great for custards or enriching sauces. Our last method, oiling, might sound a little unusual, but trust me on this one. It's been used for centuries in various cultures, and it's a great way to preserve eggs for an extended period. The basic principle is simple. We're creating a barrier around the egg that prevents air and bacteria from getting in. And what better barrier than good old-fashioned oil? First things first, you'll need to choose your oil. Mineral oil is the traditional choice, as it doesn't go rancid easily. However, you can also use other oils like olive oil or coconut oil. Just make sure the oil is odorless and tasteless, so it doesn't affect the flavor of your eggs. Once you've chosen your oil, carefully wash and dry your eggs. Remember, no cracks or imperfections in the shells. Next, gently warm the oil in a saucepan over low heat. We just want to warm it slightly, not cook it. Carefully dip each egg in the warm oil, ensuring it's completely coated. Place the coated eggs in a single layer in an airtight container. Store the container in a cool, dark place. Now that we've covered the how-tos of egg preservation, let's talk about storage and freshness. Proper storage is crucial for maintaining the quality of your preserved eggs. Water-glassed eggs, for instance, can last for several months if stored correctly in a cool, dark place. Pickled eggs should be kept refrigerated and can last for several weeks. Frozen eggs, on the other hand, can last for up to a year in the freezer. However, it's important to thaw them properly in the refrigerator before using them, and don't even think about refreezing thawed eggs. Oiled eggs can last for several months if stored in a cool, dark place, but it's best to use them within a few weeks for optimal freshness. But how can you tell if an egg is still fresh? Well, there's a simple test called candling. Simply hold the egg up to a bright light source in a darkened room. If you can see the yolk clearly, and the air cell at the wider end of the egg is small, the egg is fresh. If the yolk is cloudy or the air cell is large, the egg is older and you might want to use it sooner rather than later. And there you have it, folks. A comprehensive guide to egg preservation Southern style. With a little know-how and a dash of Southern ingenuity, you can keep those eggs fresh and flavorful for months to come. So go on, get cracking and happy preserving.